It's time to go over how to download and review your completed GruntWorx files within Drake Tax. Again, here in the GruntWorx window, let's click on Job Status, scroll down to our completed return, and download that job into the Drake Documents Manager. You can close out of the download window, it disappears, and you can see that in the Hide Downloaded Jobs section. Now you can also exit out of GruntWorx because we're finally completed with that portion of it. Let's see where everything came back, and that was, of course, the Drake Documents Manager. Now you'll notice all my clients on the left have a GruntWorx subfolder under their names, and that is where we send and house your client's documentation when it's finished from GruntWorx. We create that little GruntWorx folder to store everything. Let's open this up. Now you see here we've got a few files, an XLS file, and clearly that says the trade sheet. And that, of course, is for either the trade details or the summary, and I'll show you an example of both. But we also have a PDF file, our organization product, and our XML file. That is the file that populates coded information that we've pulled from your documents into your client's return. Now, quick note, if you ever see this zip file that says GW to send, you haven't downloaded your finalized client's return in the job status section of the GruntWorx window. Let's look over some of these files we had back. The PDF, our organization product. And here you can see what you receive standard from GruntWorx every time. No matter what order you send in your documents, you have an organized cover sheet with the client name and the date created, everything listed in labeled in the order of the 1040 on the right here. Wages, W-2 information, interest income, dividends, under consolidated 1099s, a nice Merrill Lynch statement here. Retirement with 1099Rs, partnership information with the 1065K1 is listed, the 1099G. If you utilize organizers in your office and you send them to GruntWorx, we will list those in this organizer subfolder here and the number of pages that you receive back from your clientele. And then the bottom listed in supporting documents, things that don't fit the mold of the 1040, bank statements, letters, invoice, receipts, all easily accessible and still tucked away neatly at the bottom. But a wonderful tool for the organizing of your client's source image documents to keep. Now the XML file is our populate file. That's the information that's going to flow into your client's return in the Drake Tax software. And of course the trade sheet, I'm going to show you both an example of the summary and the details. As you can see here, summary total listing from a Morgan Stanley and a Merrill Lynch, again a demo account I have, with proceeds, costs listed. No wash loss for this one is applicable, but it lists that information will flow into the 8949. And here you can see the trade summary for a Merrill Lynch statement, a listing of transactions line by line by line, a different output depending on which product you choose, details, or summary will import into the 8949 in your client's return. Now these are your files to keep. Feel free to house them here, archive them in the Drake Documents Manager and keep them here, or export them out to wherever you house your digital file cabinet. Save them wherever, but these are your files to keep and we recommend that you do so. In our next video, we'll go over how to import your finalized GruntWorx files into your client's return in the Drake Tax software.